Hello everybody, this is Source Codex aka Jazz Fusion Guy, and I'm going to do a how-to video. I've got a brand new chimney charcoal starter which we're going to use. Charcoals are going to go in here. The fire is going to be started in this section under the charcoal, and you can use something simple like rolled up newspaper or any other thing you seem to find around, packing materials, pieces of cardboard. Don't know that we'll use that today, but you got your simple starter here which you can put right in here to get her going. Now, while it is burning, the good idea is to sit it in your lower grill inside of, I've got a Weber grill here, and we'll let it get started here. Later on, I'll show you about putting the charcoal in. Hotter the fire you want, more charcoal. Less temperature, less charcoal. So, what's one ingredient you're definitely going to need? You're going to need charcoal briquettes. I have some high-end B actual pieces of wood charcoal rather than the briquettes. So we'll see how that does. Now, knowing that things don't always go like you plan, I also have some backup here. Lighter fluid, which I doubt we'll need, and some matches for later on. Now, my grill, when I have to pick it up to investigate things, this handle is incredibly hot. So I've got some heat resistant gloves here that I wear to take care of that. Now, in case of an emergency, which you never know, there could be, I have a hose here ready to turn on for water. You always got to look ahead, you got to plan ahead. So later on, we will go into the exact steps and watch it happen. See how long it takes for things to get fired up, white and hot and ready to cook. Okay, in the meanwhile, before we get going, I have taken newspaper and some packing material paper, and I rolled them up into logs and basically bent them around the contour of the bottom of the chimney starter here, and they're going to be pretty much even with the bottom. And I've left a central area here to allow airflow. So we're good to go there. I guess I'll go ahead and add some charcoal now. Okay, I've decided to go ahead and load up the chimney to the top because I want a nice hot fire for when I'm cooking steak. And when I put these charcoals in, I'm probably going to only put in about a half to 3/4 so that I have a cooler area which will still be warm, but I can allow the steaks to be cooked at different temperatures rather than the most high temperature. That's an old trick that most grillers already know about. Alright, we'll get back here in just a minute. Okay, I got the go-ahead from the ladies inside. They said, get those briquettes burning. get that fire started. So we started the fire about 4 minutes ago. It's 4:36 right now, so we'll say we started it right at 4:30. And as you can see, we've got the glow of the newspaper burning, spilling out a little bit from the edges. I tried initially to light it through the holes at the bottom, but that didn't work so good. So what I did is I lifted up the chimney charcoal briquette starter, held it up. It was a little heavy, not too bad, and I got the fire started relatively easily. The newspaper caught pretty quickly. So I'm going to stay out back here and keep an eye on this. That stupid whistle is my security system, but that's okay. And the beep is my security system as well, telling me, hey, there's somebody in the backyard. Yeah, I know it's me. But anyway, we'll just ignore those occasional beeps and alerts and whistles. And as you can see, she's taken off nice. Now, you want to have this chimney starter for the briquettes sitting in something that is not going to catch fire. So sitting it in your grill on the rack is a good idea. Some people will sit it on bricks or pavers on their driveway or something like that. But if you look around, I've really got nothing like that. Isn't going to catch fire. Nothing big enough to set it on. So this should work quite well. I don't know if I mentioned this how-to video is also a I learned how to do it video at the same time. So we're going to learn together and we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to leave this going and go sit in my lazy boy in the house and look out the window so often. That's not safe. So I will take my position on the back deck here and keep an eye on things. When this ignition smoke, as they call it, dissipates some, and then it's basically the briquettes burning within the pile, we'll wait till this top set of briquettes is looking kind of white. Then it'll be okay to pour into the grill. And one thing I like about this charcoal briquette starter, I mean, it's really hot what's going on here, but I'm holding it by the handle and it's nice and cool. And you got your heat shield here, which helps. And the transmission of the heat from the metal is not really doing anything. This metal's not even warm. So it's a good design. My wife gave me this. It sat around in the garage for probably a year. And last time I was cooking out, my wife said, why don't you ever use the chimney starter I bought you? And I said, okay, I will next time. So here we go. We'll check back in about 15 minutes or so. It's looking good so far. Oh yeah. I see some red hot briquettes. Came back a little earlier just to say I noticed that the ignition smoke has cut down a great deal. So we may have a little bit of newspaper burning, but not like in the beginning. This is the briquette smoke burning one layer into the next, So we're waiting for it to get looking right at the top. All right, until later. So it's been another 8 minutes, and you can see what's happening in there. Those briquettes are really red hot, and they're working their way up to the top. All these holes in this chimney starter and in the bottom, plus I've got my grill down here, holes open. It's all about airflow. 3 components of fire are fuel, which is your briquette and the newspaper, heat, which you can totally feel, and you got to have air. So this superheated air is doing a great job. I'm pumped. This is really cool. All right, we'll be back in about another 8 minutes or so. Nice. I mentioned earlier about the distribution of charcoal in your grill to allow hotter zones and warmer zones. Well, this is a Joe Weber grill, and it's not fancy with the ability to divide off things as is. So I got creative, and I took some mesh, really, I guess it's keep rabbits out of your garden or whatever like that, and I cut a good length and I put a curve on it, and later I will place that down in the grill and have my charcoal on one side and either no charcoal or just a little bit of charcoal on the other side. Just a quick and easy look for something around the garage that you can use to make do. All right, this is looking good now. Looking good now. Man, I love it. I love a fire anyway. Always have. So here's what's going to go on the grill. A nice set of marinated steak. And it will not take very long at all. Cook a medium rare. Internal temp that I'll be reading is going to be like 130 to 140. And ones that are cooked medium will be like 140 to 150. Alrighty, looking good. Okay, we lit this grill chimney burner for the briquettes for the grill. We lit it at about 4:30 or so, 4:35ish, and it is now 4:53. So we are right at 20 minutes, and this looks really good. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes and then pour the briquettes out. I'm not worried about the very top, maybe I don't know, 7 or 8 briquettes that are not white. They will catch in the grill and become white. This baby works good, and I hope this quick self-discovery how-to demonstration video is helpful to somebody. Let's see if that handle is hot. Nope. That's great. But I'm going to have to be very careful pouring the briquettes into the grill. But I will be. What happened to my chimney briquette starter? Oh, there it is. I found some old spare granite from Mount Airy, North Carolina, that I've had for decades. A good place to sit this down while I put my little charcoal briquette divider system in place. We'll see how that works in just a few minutes after I pour these out. I'm not going to video myself trying to pour this mess out. I don't want to have America's Funniest Home Videos here. Hang on. Okay, that went pretty smoothly, actually. So now part of my grill is hot coals. The other part is divided off just to be a warm area. Very good. Okay, I've got my top grill in place. Beautiful coals. They look just wonderful. All made possible by this guy here. I don't know who figured this out, but it was a great idea. It's time to get cooking. You don't need a lesson on how to cook. This was a lesson on how to get things started. Happy grilling!